Ow. Just slammed my arm on the table. That's a good way to start. Anyways, let's continue on Trails of Cold Steel 2. We're making our way into Ruhr to help Angelica and Elisa's mom. Who are you kids? Well, see, we're travelers. We walked here from Ymir to visit. You came that far on foot? You guys do know there's a war going on, right? I wouldn't recommend just wandering the highways and byways. You know, you look kind of familiar. I do? Yeah, it feels like I've seen you somewhere before. Can't put my finger on where, though. Actually, now that I get a better look, you're not the only one I feel like I've seen before. This isn't looking good. What should we do? You sure you're not just imagining things? Kids these days all look the same. You can hardly tell one of them from the next. You're racking your brain over it now, but later you'll realize they look like just some of the faces you saw in a bar. You think? Besides, we're here on watch for signs of Imperial Army, not teen tour groups. How much trouble can they really cause? I doubt most of this lot would even make the cut for the Imperial Army. I guess you're right. Alright then, you guys are clear to head on through. You can go about your business, but I'd better not catch wind of you causing any trouble, you hear? Yes, sir. You won't find us causing trouble, sir, if you'll excuse us. We're gonna cause incredible amounts of trouble. Not just regular trouble. Crazy trouble. We haven't visited Ruhr in a long time. But how did we get in so easily? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. One of them clearly suspected us of something, so it strikes me as fishy that he didn't even check his wanted list. I imagine the other soldiers' intervention saved us all. It didn't feel like a trap, but I can't think of any justification for it. That's going to bug me, but at least we're in. Time to gather some information. That's right, we need to find out where Mother and Angelica are. Right, so let's see what we got here. So we have the RF store, Baronia's Daily Goods, somewhere at the airport, and something on the upper floor as well. So let's start making our way around here. Alright, let's see here. I guess we'll start with the RF store. Oh, I never expected I'd bump into all of you around here. Hugo, it's great to see you again. Rosine and Becky told us that you'd disappeared. So they're both doing well then, good. In fact, why don't you give me the rundown on what you've been up to all this time? You've got me curious now. Everyone gave Hugo a rough outline of what they've been up to since the war broke out. So Becky's on the Courageous now, is she? Of course she is, I can hardly think of a more Becky move. But you're here on business? His company's one of the RF store's biggest clients, so that doesn't really surprise me. That's right, it was backbreakingly difficult, but once I helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Heimdall. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country. Always calmest in the eye of the storm, you know? That does make sense, even though Fiona wasn't exactly safe when she was there. Relatives of known reformists and Class 7 members are a notable exception, but I can see it as being a safe place for most. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind the city's not without its problems. The flow of information is under a tighter lockdown than anywhere else. Ordinary citizens can't even approach the palace by foot or by vehicle, and no one knows where the Imperial family is. Or what's going on within the Alliance for that matter. No one's got any idea what they intend to do next. Figures. Then you haven't heard anything about where Angelica or my mother could be? Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Ruhr since the war started, but I haven't heard a peep about them. It's not like I can stroll on into Reinford's corporate HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry I can't be of any more help. Don't be. You've given us plenty of useful information as it is. Just be careful if you keep up all the city hopping, okay? Right, back at you, and give my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Alright, so you were pretty useless. I didn't really want to talk, I wanted to just shop. EP charges. I guess we can exchange our Sepith masses. We don't have a lot of U materials, so... Yeah, well. Alright, let's go to the next place. Not entirely sure where that'll be, but we'll figure it out. We'll go to Baronia's Daily Goods, or General Goods is what the store sign says, but I think the map said Daily Goods. Check the shop first. Might as well buy these while we're here. And Gambler Jacks. And we'll go talk to Lind. Reen? Huh? Lind? Lind! Good to see you're doing well. That's my line. I've missed you. What are you doing in Ruhr? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare? So we gave Lind a basic rundown. Oh, Vivi's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, she's our observer on the Courageous right now. How wonderful. Glad to be the bearer of good news. I'm sure Vivi will be thrilled to know that we found you as well. Well, more so than usual, I mean. You been working here part-time? That's right, I escaped the academy with a small group of people, and after a while we all ended up in Ruhr. Although to be honest, I've been going a little stir-crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi. I've been so worried. I couldn't muster up the courage to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own, though. Yeah, not a great strategy, that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. By the way, you wouldn't have happened to have heard anything about Angelica and Irina Reinford's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Oh no, please, don't worry about it. Well, something's clearly happening behind closed doors in this town, so we're going to keep investigating. But you don't have to worry about that. We can handle that on our own, so you just keep doing what you're doing. If you insist, be careful. If there's anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. We will, thanks. Alright, so... that's another member of Class 7 that we found. But we don't know when they're going to join the Courageous, but clearly not yet. Maybe we'll leave the airport for last since that's in another area. Let's head on up the escalator. Of course we're going to go up the wrong way because we get... no comments this time? Last time we were getting comments about going up the wrong way. Or in the last game we got comments about going up the wrong way. We haven't been to Ruhr yet in this one. Well, this building looks the same as it ever did, except for the new guards, of course. Yeah, it sure wasn't the provincial army last time we were staying here. Angelica did say that Mother was locked away somewhere, but it definitely didn't sound like this was the place. I'm sure that things are pretty chaotic inside with her officially missing, though. Good day, Lord Ragnar. Please allow me to take your belongings. Good man.
That's...
You know that guy?
We're not exactly friends, but yeah. He's the director of the first factory, Heidel Ragnar. He's also Angelica's uncle.
My, it sometimes feels as though the work will never end. Serving as a group's acting chairman is no easy task. It's no wonder Irina ended up falling ill working like this. I do hope she'll be fit to return to work before too long. Indeed. Well, if you need me, I'll be unwinding on the 24th floor for the time being. Bring me some tea along a little later, would you? Much obliged. I would have asked the chairman's maid for that, but alas, she is nowhere to be found. But sir, that floor is... What was that, Dalton? Is there something you want to say to me? No, sir, not at all. Isn't that their private quarters? Did he say acting chairman? So that guy's standing in for your mother, Elisa? You mentioned her being ill, too.
What a load of nonsense. There's no way she's sick. And that aside, the 24th floor is my family's home. That's right, that's where we stayed during our field study.
He's from one of the 4 great houses, so I'm sure he holds a high rank in the Alliance. But that doesn't excuse this sort of behavior. He's taken advantage of the chairman's absence to do whatever he pleases.
If it could... It'd be one thing if he just took over the company, but this feels like he's trampling on our personal lives too. Still, given the way things are right now, there's no way we can get any closer to the building.
Yeah, we're going to have to gather information somewhere else now. We have the cathedral, and then residence over on the side. I'm pleased to hear that everything seems to be going well for you. I believe it was the goddess's guidance that brought you here after all. I may be limited in what I can do to aid you, but know that you have my full support.
Thank you, Father. I will keep striving to do everything I can. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Who is that?
Welcome to Ruhr Cathedral. Have you all come to pray for the goddess's guidance?
Strange, I've never seen her around here before.
I guess she must be new. Kind of an odd time to take your vows as a sister, huh?
True. I guess the church may be working on its own independent initiatives to bring the war to an end.
Well, the fact that she's voiced makes me seem like she is somebody important.
Hey, isn't that one of the instructors?
Instructor Mary.
Oh my, if it isn't Class 7.
Instructor Mary?
It's so great to see you, Instructor.
Nice to see you again.
Can't believe my eyes. This all feels like a wonderful dream. If it is, I don't want to be woken up. I managed to flee Trista with a number of students in tow a while ago, and together we made our way here. I've been staying at Mint's house ever since. I'm not sure where she is right now, sadly. We were together at one point, but next I looked, she was gone.
Yeah, she mentioned that. But there's no need to worry about her. She's been flying around us on board the Courageous.
Really? That's fantastic news. Oh, Adios, thank you so much. But wait, what are you doing here in the first place?
Well, gave her a summary.
I see. It's hard to avoid the unpleasant rumors about the Marquis and his family of late. I haven't seen Angelica for quite a while either. I just hope she's alright.
Well, we better get back to looking for clues. I'm afraid we'll need to be off now, Instructor. It was great to see you again.
Likewise. I won't stop you from doing what you're doing, but try not to expose yourself to more danger than necessary. Duly noted.
Now, if you'll excuse us. Alright, she wasn't all that helpful either. So I guess now we have to go to the airport. Go the wrong way. I feel like these should be reversed though. Like this should be the up, and this should be the down, and that one should be the down. But oh well.
Been a while since we were last in Ruhr Airport.
Yeah, not since our field study here.
It's all the way at the end over there. Oh, we got a scene. It still seems like the airships are running, though. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they're grounded, I don't know. Think this is the same airliner we boarded back in Breahard?
It might be. It's not like the war put an end to air travel. I don't see the Lusitania around here anywhere, though. Not that it comes as a huge surprise.
The Lusitania?
It's a huge luxury passenger liner built by the Third Factory. It's one of the company's most famous creations, but from what I've heard, it was seized by the Alliance. Worse yet, Dukayan supposedly made it his personal ship too. Looks like the rumors might actually be true.
It stands to reason. That might be the only airship big enough for his ego.
That guy's unbelievable.
He probably wouldn't have dared if the chairman was in her rightful position. Putting that aside for now, we should look around. We might be able to find something useful around here. Might be able to. Hey, Mr. Worker Dude. There's no quest markers though or anything in this area, but Anton, what are you doing here? Ricky. We did a quest for him. But I guess he hasn't found Ricky yet. I don't think there's anything else in this area, so I guess... Well, maybe if we go over to the airship over here, maybe? Oh well, let's head back into town. Can we fast travel? We can. I don't know what to do. Oh, here we go.
We're not getting anywhere. Especially when the Alliance has this city so completely under control.
That's for sure. Wandering around's given us a lot of information, but none of it actually relates to why we're here. Could there be something we're missing?
It's mine.
I can't imagine you're getting a call from someone on the Courageous either. There's no way they're within calling range.
Well, only way to find out who our mystery caller is. Hello?
Is that you, Elisa? It's Yuna. How you been?
Yuna, what a pleasant surprise. I'm doing just fine. How about you?
Me too. But more to the point, I realize this is a bit sudden, but could you meet me at the diner? We've got something really important to discuss with you.
If it's that important, then sure. Hold on, how do you even know I was back in Ruhr?
I'll tell you that when I see you. Anyway, later.
Wait, hold on. She hung up on me.
Yuna's one of your friends, right?
That's right, she told me she has something important to talk to us about. She wants us to meet her at Devonce's diner near the city's west exit.
It's not like we got any better leads. Let's head on over. This is a pretty rundown diner, kinda. Anyways, let's head on in.
Well, it's open. There aren't any customers in there, though. Yuna, Devance, are you in there? Ah, there you are. It's open. Come on in. Well, if you say so.
Thanks.
Yuna! Devance!
Hey there, Elisa. I see you've got your friends with you.
Oh, I've missed you, Elisa. I'm so happy to see you're alright.
Yeah, same here. So, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, you know.
Please, allow me to explain. I've been eagerly anticipating your arrival, Class 7.
A sister? Wait, didn't we just meet you back in the cathedral? What brings you here?
Wait a second. You sound a lot like... Are you... You couldn't be. Oh, but I am.
I still don't know who this is. Really?
It really is you.
I didn't think it was Angelica. Okay. That I was not expecting.
Angelica? Oh, hey guys. I sure wasn't expecting you to come all the way out here after our talk.
I never would have expected to find you in that getup of all things. You're the last person I picture when I think sister, so the thought never even crossed my mind.
Then my disguise worked even better than I thought it would. Finally, all that crap that got drilled into my head on how to be a lady while growing up came in handy.
I suppose that's one way to put it to good use.
Moving right along, what made you disguise yourself in the first place?
Oh, I'll explain that while I'm bringing you up to speed on everything else. Devance, you mind bringing out some hot drinks for us?
Sure thing.
So that's how you all ended up coming here. I should have known telling you guys not to worry would make you do exactly the opposite.
What else did you think it would do? We couldn't just ignore it. What if you were in trouble?
The situation here is even worse than I thought it'd be too. Idol Ragnar seems to be in complete control over the whole company.
I'm afraid so. About half of the factories in the town have been shut down.
The ones that are still active are being used to make arms for the like for the Noble Alliance.
Word is they're using them to make more soldats too. The people here seem to be growing all the more unhappy with the nobles too.
Did you run away from home because you wanted to try and do something about what's happening here?
Basically, yeah.
I'm the daughter of the family that rules this province. I figured I got to try and do something. Right now I'm in the middle of gathering supporters within the provincial army and the city. Two of which are Devance and Yuna? Knowing that you have supporters in the provincial army as well is certainly encouraging.
Wait, is that soldier who allowed us to come into the town one of them?
You got it. He must have noticed you were friends of mine and decided to let you through. That said, I don't have all that many supporters in the army. Most are still loyal to my father. And surprising as it may be, my father feels kind of guilty about the occupation of Heimdall. He does.
That really is a surprise. He's part of the 4 great houses, so I assumed he was in favor of all the stuff the Alliance is doing.
He's no fan of the reformists, but his loyalty to His Majesty is genuine. I guess he's just an example of how the Alliance isn't totally unified from within. Just before I left home, we ended up getting into a big argument. And right in the middle of it, he shouted, "If you're so damn sure you're right, prove it to me with brute force."
I'm not sure how to respond to that. He sounds a lot more manly than I was expecting. Reminds me of Dad, actually.
Still, if he's willing to listen that way, it must be he has his doubts about what the Alliance is doing, right? That's what I figure. Anyway, right now he's taking command of the army over in the Schwarzdrag barrier. Meanwhile, a few of the soldiers there were waiting for my word to act. And we've got a few armored cars and soldats available to us too. So when the time comes, I intend to give my father exactly what he wants. I'll beat my way into him. As you can see, there's not much really you can do. This is between me and my father. It's a Ragnar family issue. I'm happy you cared enough to come all the way here, but would you mind leaving this to me?
But
I'm afraid I can't do that. This isn't just a Ragnar family issue. Roar and above all else, the Reinford Company are both just as involved. Maybe you could argue that it has nothing to do with my classmates, but it has everything to do with me. Huh? I guess so. You want to settle things with your father and with your own hands, and I want to rescue my mother with mine. So please, Angelica. Won't you let me help you?
wow, you're really something, Elisa.
I still say it has plenty to do with us too.
There's no way we could stand still either. Elisa's mother's being held captive and the city needs our help.
You're all sure?
And besides, not only did we receive plenty of help from your mother, Elisa, but you helped us too, Angelica. You helped us to the point of angering your father and getting expelled from the academy, remember? Can't you give us a chance to pay you back for all we owe you?
Me getting pulled out of Thor's wasn't your fault at all. I just wanted to rebel against father and I paid the price for it. Not that anything I say will dissuade you, now that you made up your minds. I know how you guys work. Then it's okay? Yep, I'd be happy to have your help. Let's settle things with my father, rescue Irina, and put things back to normal in Ruhr. Together.
Right. And how do we go about doing that? After a few pleading words, Angelica accepted Class 7's assistance. The matter settled, they reported back to Toa on the Courageous using the orbital computer in the diner.
Thank goodness, I'm so glad you were able to meet up with you, Angie.
Angie, just what are you wearing?
I make for a pretty hot sister, don't I? I'm glad you got the chance to show you my perfect and oh so very beautiful disguise while I still had it on. For the love of Adios.
Anyway, we're going to stay and help Angelica with what she's been doing. We should be able to free Ruhr from the Alliance's control.
Okay then, we'll do all we can to support you from here. Do you know where the chairman is then?
Actually, hold on.
Didn't you say you found out where she's being held, Angelica? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet, have I? She's up in the Shoxen Iron Mine. More specifically, she's on board the Eisengraph that's currently stopped in its freight station. I can show you the way once we get there.
The Eisengraph? We last saw it on our way to Gorelia Fortress, didn't we?
It was seized by the Alliance, then my uncle decided it was his to play with. It's pretty ritzy on the inside, and she's not been treated all that badly. But the real problem is the security. It's all being handled by Jaegers.
I know what you mean.
From what I've heard, Director Heidel was never able to look my mother in the eye. You can tell that he wants her as far away as possible so he can wrest control from the company. But since he's limited in how far he can actually go, he's put her there.
And if what you're saying is right, once you rescue your mother, regaining control of the company shouldn't be so difficult.
Yep, restoring your mom is going to be the hard part. Everything from there should be downhill. That means you won't need to worry about her being used as a hostage against you. Plus, you'll be able to focus on things that the Schwarz draws barrier without needing to worry about things in Ruhr. Sounds like we're good to go. Just let's review our operation one more time. First, we go to the Stockton Iron Mine and free Irina. Second, we rescue Ranford Company's headquarters for my uncle and place him under arrest. Third, we head to the Schwarz draws barrier and settle things with father.
That's a lot to do. We're gonna need to be quick about it. We don't want to give the Marquis time to come to us before we can go to him.
Yeah, we're going to need to make sure we've got all we need before starting. Once we start, there's no turning back. We're gonna need you two for backup, Toa George. You can count on us. We'll be waiting as close to Ruhr as we possibly can so that we can rush in if you need us.
Take care and good luck.
Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get ready and head for the mine.
Right. Angelica's in the party. Cool. Me and Angelica can now use overdrive when linked with one another, and the number of members temporarily increased to 7. Is equipped with emblem, has a special effect. Regardless of what they would have been, all battles randomly have the chance of becoming triple advantage encounters when she leads the party. Battles initiated by foes are of no exception. Okay. How do I make... Can I make her the leader without being the leader? No. Can we change her outfit though? Like... No, we can't. Alright, well, we'll take a break here. Next time we'll go head on to the mine and see if we can rescue Irina and save the world. So as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.